This video explains object-oriented parcel updater in Python. And let us go to the code. This is Visual Studio code for the object-oriented parcel updater. The code has 4 libraries, and it has also 5 methods to connect to the database and disconnect the database. And after connecting the database, we want to execute a query. I will show you the query, and fetch the data and print the results. So these 4 methods, and of course the constructor setting the properties of the database. Actually, there are 4 major properties: driver, server, the database. The database handler object is actually with these methods and properties. Let us show you the step-by-step execution of this code. Actually, this code instantiates and creates this object, database handler object, with the 4 properties that I showed you: SQL Server and the SQL Express server. This is the driver, which is SQL Server driver, and this is the actual server, which is SQL Express version, and the database and connection type, which is currently I use the Windows authentication option. The step-by-step execution, I just started from executing the actual query, and when it reached here, it's instantiated, and if the connection is okay with this condition, and then let us go to the step-by-step execution. So if I just step into, and it's come to the query where it will execute the query and print the results, and it returns back to the execute query, which called that method, and then it prints this message, and then it jumped to the next one, which is fetching the data. So simply, it will bring these query results, the top 1,000 records from this database. So in fetching the data, it will just go through row by row and returns the row, and the data is already in the memory, and as you can see, it is already there in the memory. So as you can see, it is just printing the records, and it takes time. So let me pause here. So it called the print results. So the result is already printed here in the output window. So these are the 1,000 records that I just printed, and then it will close the connection, which is actually since we opened the connection, we need to close the connection, and it's already closed. So it prints this message, and then finally calculating how long it took to finish the whole execution. . So this is the output window. It took about 8.7 minutes. So here I came, I scheduled to be run every 1 minute in this case, but actually it's possible to schedule to run this code every hour or at some time in the day. For example, there is an option here to run it during the midnight or every Monday or a specific day. For this exercise, I just run it every minute, and this is the schedule module which can help you to schedule your code. And this all code is explained in the documentation, which has a brief explanation for the object-oriented code execution and the whole code that was implemented in this project.